Even the strongest have moments of fatigue. Let me say that again so you can look in my eye. Even the strongest have moments of fatigue. I believe that's a Marcus Aurelius quote. And what that means is that no matter how strong you are or how strong you believe yourself to be, you're gonna have moments when you're fatigued and you're not as strong as you're perceived to be or you think you are. But because you're told to always be strong, because you're told to always man up, when no fatigue moments come, you don't know how to handle them. Even the strongest people get fatigued. So that means though, in those moments, you have to fall back. That means in those moments, you have to just cool off and take your time and know that there's a season for this and a season for that. There's a time when we can move and a time when we can't. So if you're fatigued, that means you're tired. But that's okay. It's okay. People out there, oh, don't be tired, keep going. There's no such thing as balance, just keep going. It's okay if you're tired. It's okay if you're fatigued. I get fatigued at times. Sometimes it's just hard to deal with people in general, you know? And people always trying to give you a fight in some way or another, so even the strongest people get fatigued. I don't know who needs to hear this or where you're watching from, but if you are fatigued, don't worry about it. If you feel like you always have to be strong, let it go for a minute. Let the guard down. Be vulnerable. It's okay. And anybody that tells you that it's not okay, remember when I was going through something, people used to say to me that the strongest soldiers get the hardest fight. And I used to hate that saying. What do you mean, the strongest soldiers get the hardest fight? Shut up. Why are you telling me that? But the reason the strongest soldiers get the hardest fight is because they stand for something. They mean something. They are somebody. They have something of significance, of value to add to the table. That's why they get the hardest fight. Because bumper hoes don't want to see them with that. They don't want to see them doing good. They don't want to see them doing well. What's wrong with you? But let's bring it back though. If you've been told your whole life to be a strong soldier, if you've been told your whole life that strong soldiers get the hardest fight, sometimes we have to just let go of that. Say to ourselves, we are fatigued, give ourselves grace, and leave it to God. Put it in God's hands. When's the last time you said a prayer? When's the last time you said a prayer and just communicated with God and just left it in His hands? I mean, a lot of us say we believe in God, but when's the last time you spoke to Him? Like He will take your burdens away from you. You'll be having burdens and be looking down into your phone. But nothing ain't going on down there. I always say it, man, we've got to look up. I always say it. We've got to look up. That's where we get our blessings from. That's where we get restored. So to any strong soldier out there, could be male or female, it doesn't matter. Anybody going through something, they're scared to be vulnerable in that, don't be. Because if you can't be vulnerable, you can't be authentic. If you can't be authentic, you can't be organic. You can't be original. That means you're just a sheep going through life. So vulnerability is the key. Because in the vulnerability of not being strong or even showing weakness, even though you think you're strong, or even showing weakness when they've told you to be strong your whole life, that is a superpower. That's a strength in its own. Now again, I don't know who needs to hear this, man, but someone needs to hear this. And if you're seeing this video, you're meant to see this video. And if you're seeing this video, you might as well watch more videos like this. You might as well hit the subscribe button. How dare I not tell you to hit the subscribe button on my own channel? Too many people out there but trying to be too strong all the time. And that is tiring. That is heavy. That will weigh anybody down. I've been there. And I'm here to tell you that if you want to lighten that load, then it's okay to admit that you don't have the strength right now. It's okay to admit that you may be fatigued. You see, a lot of people just say they keep going, they just keep going, they just keep going, and the reason they keep going is for the kids. The reason they keep going is because I always hear this, if I fall down, who else will have me? So they just keep going and keep going and keep going, but I keep saying it, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So if you can't pour from an empty cup, what sense does it make to keep going? You're only going to be doing the people around you a disservice. So even the strongest people get fatigued. Even the strongest amongst us. We often look at people and think, they're super strong, they're okay, they can keep going. But they may be fatigued at times. So yeah, man, as I got that message, I wanted to give it to you. So let me change it today. It's not the strongest soldiers that get the hardest fight. It's the strongest soldiers that have the most purpose. And because they have the most purpose, they have to and because they have the most purpose, they have to navigate the most situations which will arise. They have to navigate the most problems. They have to navigate the most hardships. They get the most issues and they get the most, problems. Because people of purpose, they can solve problems. People of real purpose know that a problem today is a solution tomorrow. People of purpose know that the L's that we take in life are our capital, and the lessons that we learn from those L's are our assets. So I'm changing that statement. From the strongest soldiers get the hardest fight, to the people of most purpose get the hardest fight. I like that. And this is why I say, hear me now. This is why I say, who don't hear must feel, because I would like you to hear me now. And who don't hear must feel, because when you don't listen and you do it anyway, you end up feeling. But then we say, who does hear will heal. So if you do listen, if you do hear now, you'll feel better. And then we finish off that mantra by saying positive is the new gangster. And it is, guys. It definitely is. We've got school kids saying that. We've got people in prison saying that. People serving 38 years in prison saying that. People just started off in life in school saying it. That is the root and the stem, working in conjunction. They just don't know it yet. So I'm gonna leave you with that one. And happy day, wherever you are. You don't always have to be strong. It's okay to show your emotions, it's okay to be vulnerable. And just leave it all to God. Amen. Oh, I nearly lost my footing as I said amen, I said amen and went for a slide, but I was saved because I was just speaking about God, trust me. This one ball don't hit me with the golf ball,